My God.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Everybody Want to Talk. I am your gracious host, Knight Stanfield. And first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to God Almighty. All praise is due to Allah. God is the greatest. Now, first off, I want to touch on March Madness for a minute. You know, it's that time. It's been some very good games this past week and last week. Unfortunately, my boys lost in the first round like some busters. Kentucky. Shout out to Rob Dillingham. You know what I'm saying? I knew everybody was going to try to blame Coach Cal. It wasn't his fault. Them freshmen just wasn't ready for that stage, and they didn't really produce or do anything in that game. Shout out to all these kids and young men that's still in the tournament, you know, trying to reach the promised land and do their thing. It's been some very good close games back and forth. A lot of 3-point shots being made, buzzer beaters, all. You know, the game is all about the three today anyway. Shout out to Caleb Love. He played for Arizona. He from the home team, St. Louis. They still in the tournament. I think this is the Sweet 16 coming up, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. NBA playoffs right around the corner. Everybody been playing hard down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get their positions, man. It's a dog fight out west like it always is. You can't really afford to lose no games. My boy Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers been looking good. Denver ain't really lost no games since All-Star break. It's a shake-up out there, man. Phoenix, I'm looking for KD and them to do their thing, and they got to get it together. Yeah. Shout out to Jason Tatum from the home team. St. Louis play for the Celtics. They the best out east. They just been running through everybody. So we're gonna see how that play out too. But now on to the real topic for the night that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about my home, my city, St. Louis. You know, born and raised, born and bred, the land of the R's, where we say here, there, everybody, where, all that. You hear me? That's how we talk. That's our dialect and accent. Historically, this city has always been great. St. Louis is part of the Midwest, and St. Louis always been a hub for just about everything you could think of, entertainment-wise, industry, whatever. We have a very good history. Now, St. Louis always was a great place to live as well. Into like my teenage years. Like all my life, this place has been wild. They call it the hustle city. It's a gangster city too, in my opinion, because like from the time I was young, a little child, up until now, no matter where you at in the city, you can hear gunfire. No matter the time of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas get down here. You hear me? Like the St. Louis streets, Southside State Street blocks. You know what I'm saying? They go down over there. Southside used to be a good place. I used to stay on the Southside years ago when it was just white people and Bosnians over there, foreigners and stuff. But it's like when all these buildings and projects was getting torn down, Everybody was just dispersing to the south side. But the north side always been wicked and crazy. The west side always been wicked and crazy. But it's a lot of dudes that get a lot of money from the west that I grew to know and knew them from being out in the clubs and look, seeing them out in the mix. I stayed in a number of places my whole life throughout the city. We lived on the west before, north side, south side, downtown, county, all that. Like the county used to be a good place to live, but like now it ain't nothing but niggas out there too. Like North County is black folks central. And it go down in the county now. It ain't used to be like that. But historically, the projects, downtown, Peabody, 1-4, Doors, Webbies, the buildings, like legendary. A lot of major players came from there. Niggas was down with BMF and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Northside blocks. It was people affiliating, tied in. But everybody used to come down to the projects to get work, all that. It's like the streets. It's like it got more fierce. You know what I'm saying? The game always been the game. Everybody always had guns and drugs and was getting money. But it's like now it's more fierce, man. These young bulls, they got a lot of guns. They shoot a lot of times. And they got them in abundance. I don't know where they be getting these arsenals from, but they got them. And don't play with these little dudes, man. They ignorant. They out to prove a point. But, man, St. Louis Cardinals, legendary franchise. Got a lot of World Series. You know what I'm saying? Had a lot of famous players and legendary players. Ozzie Smith, Mark McGwire, and Albert Pujols is the ones that stick out the most. Pujols brought them titles. They got like 3 titles with Pujols, I believe. I could be wrong, but St. Louis Blues, we won the Stanley Cup a few years back. Legendary franchise. We had Brett Hall and Wayne Gretzky. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a soccer team now. Yeah, I know the St. Louis Rams was always dope, except for the later years. We won the title like 99, but they had a few more good years until they lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and it was just like couldn't get right after that. Got semi-pro football, Battlehawks, I believe the name. Haven't been down to the soccer stadium yet, but it be live and it look real good. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing when the city can come out, everybody coming together to just party and have a good time without no bullshit. 314 Day was like 2 weeks ago. The city, they said it wasn't no crime or nothing that went down that day. That's beautiful. Everybody throughout the city was decked out, and whether it was St. Louis Cardinals gear, St. Louis Blues, it didn't matter, man. It was a good look. It was a lot of events and parties that everybody was partaking in, and it was just dope to see that. Shout out to Sexy Red. Shout out to Metro Boomin. Shout out to Bradley Beal, Jason Tatum, Sid the Entertainer, Nelly, Smino, Chop Squad DJ, the Lunatics, everybody, from St. Louis that had a moment or had their time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Like, shout out to my man's Ezo. We did some big things, man. Like, Trap Demon 1 and 2 is available on YouTube right now. I was in part 2. That showed at the St. Louis Science Center. That was big. That's a street movie that got played at a family place like that. In the big planetarium, everybody came out and showed love. It was dope. We got a lot of good restaurants and places to eat in St. Louis. Like, anytime I travel, I can't wait to get back home because our food just better than everybody else. Like all the spots in the hood, shit be good, man, but it be bad customer service. That's crazy. And it's like all the black owned spots, man, we be trying to support and partake in that, you know what I'm saying? And it just be bad customer service a lot of time. People with a lot of attitudes just don't know how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Don't let you go to an establishment in the evening time, man. They just gonna do you any kind of way, man. Always best to get your food in the daytime. And then it's like, you hate to compare, but it's like anytime you go to a white establishment, your food be fresh, they be smiling. Hey, how you doing? You need anything? Like they give you a nice amount of condiments. You ain't gotta argue with a motherfucker back and forth. They may not season they shit as good as we do, but like your shit be fresh, prompt time, good service, man. And you be like, damn, why our people can't do this, but our people food be better. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time the wait be worth it. Shout out to all the AAU teams and all the kids out here trying to do their thing from St. Louis. Man, we got history. Story history. All our sports teams, all our entertainers. You know what I'm saying? Historically, like I said, we've been great. Like the arch, straight, you know what I'm saying? The arch brings a lot of people from all over. You know what I'm saying? Come take pictures, want to go up to the top. You know what I'm saying? Like the arch just look good. You come across that bridge, you see that arch, you see the water in the riverfront. You know what I'm saying? The riverfront used to be real famous too. They shut that down a while back. But to everybody that's on these St. Louis streets, man, take it easy, be careful. I can't knock nobody for how they get their money. And I had my time. I used to, man, Mr. Stanfield used to be a motherfucker. And everybody know that. You know. Shout out to everybody from the projects, man. All my niggas I came up with, everybody locked up and everybody I lost. Shout out to Unc on the north, all my people on the north. You know what I'm saying? The A, Arlington block. All my niggas from the west side that I fuck with, that fuck with me. Salute to y'all. All my niggas on the south, downtown. You know what I'm saying? I love St. Louis, man. Ain't no place like it. No place like St. Louis, man. A lot of people be wanting to leave and escape a lot of things. Oh, but this is what I wanted to say. Our support for one another gotta get better. That's what I wanted to touch on. Like, everybody say this a hating ass city, and all reality it is, man. People do not like seeing you doing the same thing as them, and you might be getting a little farther, so they don't even want to support at all. We gotta stop that. Get behind people, man. Spread love. Love is stronger than hate. Remember that. But like, subscribe, comment, share, man. All the episodes is out on my YouTube channel, Nice Life. And everybody check out my shorts too, man. Until next time, man. I'll holler at y'all. You heard me.